Love After Lockup was on last Friday and Scott ran out of money. Yes, Love After Lockup was on a few days ago, and I know today is Tuesday. That was Friday when Love After Lockup was on, but I've been so busy with all the 90 Day Fiancé stuff. But last Friday's episode of Love After Lockup was actually really good. Better late than never, and let's film a Love After Lockup little recap episode on what happened on last week's episode. First, we have to talk about what in God's name happened with Scott and Lindsay, who, still up to this episode, have not even met. But in last week's episode, Scott, he's going to pick up Lindsay at the airport. He is all excited. He's rented her a limo. He's got steak. He's got cake. He's got everything for his woman. But he goes to pay for the limo, and the limo driver swipes the card and goes, "Oh no, the card declined." This has to be like out of a freaking movie. It was so funny. I kind of feel a little bit bad for Scott because I have a sweet spot in my heart for him because of his son, how he lost his son. I do feel bad about that, but come on. Lindsay is using him 100%, categorically, without a doubt, is using him for his money, or his money, so he claims. But on last week's episode, when the guy swiped his card declined. Scott was so embarrassed, and he just said, "Hey, I'm moving money here and there. I'm buying Lindsay an iPhone. I'm buying her this. I'm buying her clothes. I'm buying all of this kind of stuff, so I'm a little bit tight on cash. Here's another card," and that card, thank God for his sake, actually worked. But the funniest thing about the whole episode with Scott and Lindsay is he said, without a doubt, I am positive, that he bought her a phone. I swear, maybe she doesn't have the phone yet, but he did say that. And Lindsay did not contact Scott even once on her flight, because remember, she's leaving prison. She's taking all of these different flights to come to him. Then I think she has to go to a halfway house, I believe, but she never even reached out to him one time. And when he finally got to the airport, he was waiting. He had no idea if she was going to be on the plane. I can only assume that she's going to be there, but Lindsay clearly has a god-awful track record, and I would not be surprised if she was not there. So Scott and Lindsay, we have to wait, but I am telling you guys, he ran out of cash, and I wouldn't be shocked once Lindsay hears that he was a little tight on his cash with one of his credit cards. She is going to be walking off that plane, and she's going to turn right around and walk right back on and just get the heck out of there, because she won't want him once she finds out that he's a little bit tight on the money. We also got to see Shawn and Destiny. This was a couple I was dying to see because we did not know up to last Friday's episode if Destiny was even real. We thought that she might be a catfish because she refused to meet Shawn. Well, in last Friday's episode, we finally got to meet Destiny. I was practically more excited than Shawn was because Shawn claimed that she didn't really look like she did in her pictures. Now, no, she was not a complete polar opposite catfish. I'm not saying that, but if you look at what the real Destiny looked like, and if you look at her pictures, we're talking like on the terms of looks, Destiny in the picture, she's a little bit skinnier, a little bit prettier, a little bit more dolled up, but the Destiny that came out of prison, that day, she was looking a little rough. Now, you have to give her some credit because she did just get out of a prison. She's not going to have her hair all done and her makeup perfect because she just got out of prison. But you could see, and Shawn, without a doubt, 100% admitted it, that she looked different. He was definitely pretty disappointed, but he did say, she seems to really like him, and he wasn't too terribly upset. But he said, I have looked at her pictures a million times, and she looks different. But he said that she has certain little characteristics about herself that do kind of look similar to the picture. So not a perfect match, but he was okay with it. And if you're wondering what Destiny thinks, she is ecstatic. Not only has this guy given her a crap ton of money, and not only is the guy a relatively good-looking guy, and he is a nice gentleman. He's not like a jerk or anything. He's a pretty nice guy. He also made her tacos. So she was ecstatic. She was happy. He's already doing stuff for her, which is exactly what I think Destiny wants in someone. He's given her the money. He made her tacos, and he picked her up on time. He's a nice guy. It's perfect for Destiny, even though Destiny did say that Shawn doesn't look exactly like how he looks in his pictures, which I thought, come on, the guy isn't like butt ugly or anything, so I don't know what she's talking about, but she too was not extremely impressed with his looks. And then Jessica and Maurice were on, and this was the first time we finally got to see Maurice ever, because when he was in prison, he was not doing any interviews, he wasn't talking on camera, so we finally got to see what he was like. In the last, 2 episodes ago, we saw Maurice. He was talking very, very, very little, but on last week's episode, he was starting to talk. We got to see his personality, and the guy was hilarious. I thought he was really funny. He's got a good personality. He is clearly a flirt with Jessica. One thing that happened that I did not realize is he is significantly younger than Jessica. Jessica is somewhere in the 35 to 32 age range, and I believe Maurice is like 24 to 26-ish age range, so he is significantly younger, and that I had no idea about. I did not know that he was so much younger, which that just tells me right then and there, number one, huge red flag. I think Jessica just wanted to be with a man, and I think she is extremely attracted to Maurice, but hey, he's a good-looking guy, he's buff, he's pretty funny, he's got a good personality, so, it is what it is. But Maurice, I'm not buying it. I think he is using Jessica to be with her romantically in the bedroom, if you know what I mean, because they spend a lot of time there, according to Jessica. And I think he also kind of wants a sugar mama, someone that's older, got a job, a little bit more established, can kind of help him out. And that is exactly Jessica. Jessica, she's attractive, she's good looking. It's a perfect match for the time being. Now that Maurice is out of prison, I don't know, maybe someone a little bit better looking, someone that kind of interests Maurice a little bit more, maybe someone else will come along and Maurice will leave. I don't think Jessica is going to be leaving his side anytime soon because she seems so into him. But Maurice, I wouldn't be shocked if he would eventually leave, because I think he was just using her for the romantic bedroom time when he was in prison. And Jessica even said it. She said that when Maurice was in prison, you can get time with your spouse if you are married in an actual apartment, and you only can imagine what happens there. So Maurice just said, hey, let's get married, then we can spend time together in this apartment and do God knows what. And that was his biggest motive. So I'm not completely sold on Maurice. I think he is hilarious, great personality. The guy should be a comedian. He is so funny because they got together, they had their time, together, one-on-one, whatever. Let's completely just pass that topic. And then they were getting ready to fly over to Los Angeles, and Maurice was freaking out. He was so nervous to go on a plane. It was hilarious. The guy was like a freaking comedian. It was his first time ever flying or ever even being near an airplane, he was saying, so he was freaking out. And yes, we saw John and Christina, probably the worst couple to be on this show this season besides Scott and Lindsay. These people, you know what, they're annoying because they're moving so fast. Now, hey, to each their own. I can't really stand here and judge them too much, but if you don't remember, Christina, she's getting out of prison, and the same second that she got out of prison, John rented a limousine, and he wants to be there on one knee asking her, will you marry me? So he does that. Surprisingly, Christina says yes. And if that wasn't enough drama and just spontaneous crap for them, he also wants to take the limousine over to his truck in a park and stand on the back of his truck and ask her to, not ask her, excuse me, marry her. So he wants to ask her and then boom, go and marry her in the same 10-minute span. For me, that is a little much. It's a horrible decision. And not only is it just dramatic and kind of annoying and stupid, it's a horrible decision because they have been talking for 3 months. Not only have they been talking for 3 months, John has been married several different times before, and obviously the marriages never last. So why on earth does this guy think that this marriage with a person that's getting out of prison is going to work? It's ridiculous. It is stupid. The guy needs some serious, talking to, hey, don't do this. But the funny thing is, he asks her, will you marry me? She says yes. Then they get in their limo, and then they're going to the place where he wants to actually marry her, and he hasn't told her that yet, but they pull up to the place, and he breaks her the news that, hey, I want to marry you right here, right now. And she was kind of going along with it, but you kind of could see she was nervous, she was on the fence, and then boom, their episode, it cuts. So we have to wait until next Friday to see if they do in fact get married. But spoiler, spoiler, spoiler alert, I have heard several rumors that now in present day, John and Christina are in fact married. So I don't know if they did get married that day or if they waited, but I am pretty confident that they are married. And I don't even know why I am shrugging like I care. I really don't care. I just think it's funny that he's been married like 4 or 5 other times. And I think he said he has like 8 kids. And now he's marrying a complete random person that just got out of jail. To me, that seems a little ridiculous. And I think, oh no. Oh, and we got to meet a new couple, Tyrese and Shonda. And holy crap, these people were hilarious. Or let me just say, Tyrese is hilarious. We did not get to meet Shonda yet because she is still in prison. She's going to be getting out very soon. But Tyrese, the guy, is a good-looking guy. He is extraordinarily confident. I don't want to use the word, he's a narcissist, but he is very, very, very confident. And according to him, he also has some of this, some real good money. So I am sitting here watching this thinking, why on earth are you, a good-looking guy, very confident, very personable, and also, you got some change. What are you doing with a woman in prison? But Tyrese says he was scrolling through his phone one day online. He saw an advertisement for, meet women in prison, so he downloaded the app. He went on it. He was kind of scrolling through what was available, and he met Shonda. And now, fast forward 3 months, yeah, not years, but months, we are in present day, and he is dating her, and now Shonda is getting ready to get out of prison. So they've only been talking for 2 to 3 months, and he's already buying her clothes. In the last week's episode, he bought her $600 worth of clothes. Yes, $600. So clearly the guy must have some money. He didn't mention what he does for work, but obviously if you're gonna throw $600 down the drain on someone that you barely even know, you must have some change. And he is set, he is certain that she is the one. I don't know. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to last. Keep in mind that Tyrese has not really even told his kids, who are very close in age to Shonda, the whole situation. He's beaten around the bush, I think, that he's kind of dating someone. I don't know if they know that she's in prison, and I don't think that they have any idea that she is so young. But Tyrese, I'm loving the guy. He is confident. He is more confident than you could ever imagine. And I grew up, and I had almost like technically like a father figure was my basketball coach my whole life. We called him coach, and he reminds me to a T. He looks like him. He sounds like him. He acts like him. He is as confident as Tyrese. So it was kind of heartwarming to see Tyrese because he reminded me of my old coach, who also is extremely confident, but I love him dearly. So Tyrese and Shonda, there's like a 2% chance that it does work, and if it does, I'm sorry Tyrese, but you're probably going to be getting used. I don't know why the guy can't just meet a woman that's not in prison and that actually likes him for who he is. He's not a dork, he's not a nerd, he's not really weird like Scott or maybe even kind of Shawn or John. He's just a relatively normal looking guy. Meet someone not in prison, but that is just my take. Well guys, love after Lockup. Like I said, it was on a few days ago, but geez, I am so bored and I love making these videos. So I hope I'm not bothering anyone by making these videos. If you don't enjoy it, just skip to the next one. Don't watch it. I know everyone doesn't watch Love After Lockup, but me, I enjoy it. And Tuesday nights, there's nothing good on TV. That is my question for you guys. What do you guys watch on Tuesday nights? I know the Duggar Show is on TLC every Tuesday, but that is just not my show. I don't enjoy it. It's not very interesting. I kind of know everything that happens in the show, so I don't really enjoy it that much. So if you have any show recommendations for a Tuesday night, put in the comments below. I will definitely check it out because I am extremely bored. Also, Love After Lockup, put in the comments below what you guys thought of last Friday's episode. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned for many more videos.